Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video here on RevAtlas, and today we're going to be doing the review of the Redmi Earbuds S, and we're going to be taking a look and seeing whether this is actually worth your money or not. Now before we get started, please do make sure to hit the subscribe button and also turn on notifications for more videos like this. Now let's begin the video. So let's start by talking about the design itself, and the Earbuds S is quite similar to the Mi AirDots that was actually available in China, and this here is an imported unit, but there have been changes made according to Xiaomi on the Redmi Earbuds S. Now I felt these changes both in terms of the build quality itself. This case here, although it looks very similar, is actually a bit heavier. It's also a bit more rugged. It's not as flimsy as the other one and is a bit more sturdy. So that way I felt that the AirDots were worse in terms of the overall build quality and even in terms of the acoustic performance. Now the case itself is in a black matte finish sort of thing, so fingerprints don't show up very easily on this. However, scratches do still show, especially if you're trying to use it roughly and stuff, or not trying but rather you use it roughly. But overall it's a very compact case still for the kind of battery that it packs in, and it actually fits well in most pockets but not in your coin pocket. The kind of design that I'm most reminded by this is probably the Galaxy Buds, but the difference there is that it's actually divided in half as opposed to having a 80-20% split, and this is of course more flatter on the top end. And this case is possible to open with one hand using different techniques, but I would still say that it's mostly a two-hand experience in terms of opening and closing as well. But the earphones themselves are quite easy to take out from the casing itself. Now the earphones are IPX4 rated for protection against dust and water. Now the earphones themselves are IPX4 rated for protection against water, so you can use this while gymming or going on a jog, for example. One of the issues that I found with the case is that when you actually place them in the case and say you have it in your pocket or bag, more so in a bag than your pocket because your pocket still remains quite steady, but when you have it in a bag and it rattles quite a bit, say you can hear the sound. I'll bring it closer to my mic as well. So basically it rattles a bit, and at times what happens is it gets disconnected from the pogo pins that are here, the magnetic pogo pins, and it automatically connects to your smartphone or whatever paired device that you have. So this happens at times, and I've not really seen it increase over my usage so far. I've not seen it like decrease either, so this is something that you will have to live with, I guess. And I've also seen similar experiences across some other reviewers also, and this doesn't happen all the while, but in case you don't realize that it has happened, it can be annoying as well. Now these have a button sort of design and they don't have touch sensitive pads, but I'm okay with that, and I quite like the feedback that these give, and it's better than having touch sensitive pads that don't really work well. There are several earphones out there, especially in this price range, that have touch sensitive pads and they don't work well, or it's very easy to accidentally trigger. Instead of that, this is definitely better. Now I also prefer the in-ear design compared to the one size fits all or the sort of truly wireless earphone that just stands on your ear tip. So these are better, give you great sound isolation as well, and considering the light weight that this has, it's very comfortable even for extended duration of time, and I had no issue in terms of ear fatigue, I almost didn't realize that I was wearing them even after a long period of time. Now coming to the audio quality itself, I would say that these are something that you can use for casual use or general use, say watching videos, watching movies, etc., or even playing games. The gaming mode has very low latency and in fact is one of the best in this particular price range when it comes to playing games and the latency it has. But in terms of listening to music and in terms of true audio quality for music, I would say that these are not all that great. So even at the price point, I would say there are better options out there for the true audio quality that it provides. And the sound stage is not all that great. It's a bit bass heavy, and in terms of the actual quality itself, I find these a bit lacking in comparison to some of the other options available. Now in terms of the battery life, they say that you can get up to 12 hours with the case as well, and around 3.5 hours each from each earphone together. And in our testing we got slightly over 3 hours, you can say, sometimes even touching 3.5, and almost around 12 hours as well with the case too. So that claim of battery life is more or less accurate and is pretty good, I would say, especially at this price point. Now these come with Bluetooth 5.0 and the overall range is also pretty good, but they do not support connecting to two devices at the same time. In terms of call quality as well, these were pretty good despite being non-stem type of design. They were actually pretty good in terms of the overall audio quality that I got from the party at the other end, and even my voice was also pretty well received. But then again, a stem type design usually works better, and that applies in this case too. Overall, to conclude, I would say that at this asking price, if your primary use is gaming or watching movies, etc., these do very well. But if your primary use is for music, for example, then I would say that there are better options out there. These are very comfortable, these have good battery life, they are lightweight in terms of design, and overall very good comfortable fit and even usable for long duration of time. But like I said, the music quality could have been better, and also in terms of the slightly loose case issue, I feel that that also could have been avoided, or they should have fixed that as well. Apart from that, at the asking price of rupees 1999, these are good earphones, and I would recommend them for any casual usage. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you liked it. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. See you again in the next one.